In the year 2154, Earth faces a dire energy crisis as its natural resources have been exhausted. To address the shortage, the Resources Development Authority (RDA) begins extracting a rare and valuable mineral called Unobtanium from Pandora, a lush moon orbiting the massive gas planet Polyphemus, located in the Alpha Centauri system. However, Pandora's atmosphere is toxic to humans. The moon is home to the Na'vi, a species of towering, blue-skinned humanoids who live in balance with the environment and revere a deity named Eywa. The journey from Earth to Pandora takes 6 years, requiring passengers to endure cryogenic sleep. To study the diverse ecosystem of Pandora, researchers utilize hybrid beings known as avatars, created by combining human and Na'vi DNA. These avatars are controlled by humans whose genetics match the hybrid bodies. Jake Sully, Sam Worthington, a former Marine who is now paralyzed, steps in for his late identical twin brother as an avatar operator. Jake had been drifting through life on Earth when the RDA reached out to him after his brother's passing. His brother had been a key investment for the company, as the avatars rely on a direct link to the human genome. Since Jake shares his brother's genetic code, he becomes the perfect substitute for the Avatar program. Dr. Grace Augustine, Sigourney Weaver, the program's leader, doubts Jake's ability to fill his brother's role, viewing him as just a soldier, but begrudgingly assigns him to act as a bodyguard during missions into the dangerous Na'vi lands. Tracy Michelle Rodriguez is the pilot assigned to Grace and her team of Navis. While escorting the avatars of Grace and fellow scientist Dr. Norm Spellman, Joel David Moore, Jake's avatar, is attacked by a Thanator while they were visiting the school that Grace was operating to teach. Amatkea. She also does tests on tree roots and is developing a theory that all living things on the planet are somehow attached and connected to each other, and flees into the forest, where he is rescued by Neytiri, Zoe Saldana, a female Na'vi. Witnessing an auspicious sign, seeds of the sacred tree land on Jake, covering him. Something she later calls Eywa. She takes him to her clan. The Na'vi respect all living things, and Neytiri is angry because to save Jake she had to kill many native species. Neytiri's mother Moat, CCH Pounder, the clan's spiritual leader, orders her daughter to initiate Jake into their society. Grace and Tracy return to base camp, as they are not allowed to run night OPS as per protocol. The Amatkea, the Na'vi clan, has its HQ in the Homito. Colonel Miles Quaritch, Stephen Lang, head of RDA's private security force, promises Jake that the company will restore his legs if he gathers information about the Na'vi and the clan's gathering place, a giant tree called Homito, which stands above the richest deposit of Unobtanium in the area. Jake has 3 months to convince the Na'vi to move, as that's when the bulldozers get to the tree. Jake learns that Neytiri and her sister Slywanine studied at Grace's school. Sylwanine is dead. When Grace learns of Jake's work for Miles, she sees him explaining the inner structure of the Homito to Miles and Parker. She transfers herself, Jake, and Norm to an outpost. Over the following 3 months, Jake and Neytiri fall in love as Jake grows to sympathize with the natives. Neytiri also teaches Jake about Eywa, the network of energy that flows through all living things. Grace also reveals that one day the Umatkea destroyed a bulldozer and hid inside her school. Miles troopers attacked them and Sylwanine died. The Na'vi never returned. They wanted Grace to protect the Na'vi. After Jake's initiation into the Na'vi tribe, things take a dramatic turn. He gains a deep bond with Neytiri and becomes a skilled warrior, even capturing a banshee, which solidifies his place among the Na'vi. The two of them later form a spiritual and romantic connection, solidifying their bond as mates. Their connection is further solidified when Jake connects with Toruk, a feared and revered creature, marking him as a significant figure in Na'vi culture. Jake's loyalty is tested when he tries to prevent the destruction of the Navis sacred Homito. After a series of confrontations, including an attack on the bulldozer and revealing to the Na'vi that he was once a spy for the humans, Jake is captured, and the RDA's forces destroy Homito in a brutal retaliation. The destruction leads to the death of Neytiri's father, the clan chief, and many others. In the midst of chaos, Jake and Grace are freed by Trudy, and they seek refuge at the Tree of Souls, hoping to gain the Navis trust once again. However, Grace dies before she can be fully transferred into her avatar, and Jake, now fully committed to the Na'vi, leads the clans in a united fight against the RDA. During the climactic battle, the Na'vi fight valiantly, but they are overwhelmed until Pandoran wildlife joins the fray, which Neytiri believes is the will of Eywa, the Na'vi deity. The final confrontation with Quaritch, who attempts to destroy Jake's avatar and kill him, ends when Neytiri, in a final act of bravery, kills Quaritch and saves Jake from certain death, accepting him as one of her own. With Quaritch defeat, Jake's full transformation is complete, and he embraces his new life with Neytiri and the Na'vi people. The story of Avatar is ultimately one of environmentalism, the struggle for survival, and the power of interconnectedness with nature, blending high-stakes adventure with themes of identity and loyalty.